Now then, peoples, you've probably noticed it's been absolutely pissing it down recently. Now, I've had a bit of an issue. I thought it was a bit of an issue, it's quite a lot of an issue, with it sort of steaming up a bit when it's been raining and stuff, which you expect with an old car a little bit, but I took this mat out and it had sort of like a board there and like some sound deadening stuff, quite nice sound deadening stuff. Then I bought a boot carpet and the sound deadening stuff was absolutely ringing. So I've left that out and it was better after that, because I think the water, whatever water's coming in, sort of runs around here, and the way it's designed, that channel there, it kind of runs down and goes in the battery tray and goes out the bottom of the battery tray, which is fine. Well, it's not fine, but so I bought a new boot seal, which I was going to do anyway, but then the other day when I was leaning on it, I realised the back spoiler was moving, was a little bit loose. I think there is a little bit coming out the sort of lock, the wiper spindle lock, but I did sort of seal around that, and I don't really use that. I don't think there's a lot coming out there, because the carpet round sort of here, I need to clean this, carpet coming around here is a little bit damp, but it's not really dead wet, and it's more wet on this side. What I found was, so you've got these crappy, let me get my light on it, these crappy little clips that hold them on, so you can see that screw there. Well, I think what's happened is the screws holding the spoiler on, they kind of rusted away. I mean, I've left the ones that are tight and not moving, but they made a shit attempt at sealing around them. I shall do that a bit better. But this one was sort of half out, so you could see water had been running down, sort of running down, well, you can see where it's been running down here. I think it's just been dripping off there, and the most of the water was around this side. I was thinking it was one of the side windows. So I think what's been happening is it's been running down and just coming out that hole, and then running down the sort of boot lid and dripping off, and it was filling, can't remember where I've put it now, the black sort of plastic bit. It was just dripping off the corner of that. It kept dripping off the corner of that. I haven't had a hose on it. It's probably leaking in other places. So I've just got some better self-tappers. I'm assuming the brackets on the spoiler are probably a bit rusty and the holes are a bit bigger than they should be. So, but they've gone in and tightened up. One of them hasn't. One of them, that one wouldn't tighten into anything. I don't want to really take the spoiler off and risk it falling apart, because it's actually on and okay at the moment. So I've just put a bigger screw to blank the hole in that one, and I shall seal around that one. So I think that's the major issue, because obviously the water kind of sits around that area, kind of runs down the glass and through the gap, the sort of gap in the glass, and so yeah, I'm going to seal around the window as well. I'll probably leave the boot, I think I'm going to go home in it tonight and leave the boot carpet out. Give it a chance to dry out a bit, and then see what it's like on Monday, because I probably won't use it tomorrow over the weekend. Then just see how much water's in and where it's appearing. It's a bit easy to see where it's appearing. Got my little portable heater in here, just trying to dry this up a little, dry this out a bit. So I think the main issue is that I've got to sort out, see if I can get some wiper spindles, the seals, where the spindle goes through. But I think to do that, I've probably got to take the spoiler off, I think. I don't know. I don't really want to do that yet. I'm assuming I have got to take the spoiler off. I can't see what else holds. Yeah, that must screw on from the top, I'm assuming. It's obviously been leaking a bit there, but I don't think that's a major leak, because if that was a major leak, it would be sodden all along here, and it's not really. It's fairly dry. It's a little bit damp. See, the boot's a bit chewed anyway. So yeah, I think that's the main issue. I've got to, I think to get the boot seal on, probably undo the struts and lift it up higher. I'm not going to do that tonight, but I think that might sort it out. I thought I'd just seal these up tonight and then just put everything back in it loosely, and then see what it's like. I think that's the major leaks sort of sorting. I mean, I don't expect it to be complete 100%. You know, if it gets a little bit damp in the boot, that's not bad, but it was getting a lot in, a load in. I mean, I'll show you this, the boot carpet. This water here. I mean, this carpet's not really, well, you can see, still dripping. You see all that water's come out the boot carpet, and that's on the left-hand side. The right-hand side, you can see it's pretty dry. So that's why I'm pretty sure it is coming in that side. And that's my bit of board. I'm gonna have to make a new bit of board because my bit of board's sort of soaked up the fucking water. But you know, it's a bit like the Titanic, but I wasn't planning to do it really yet. I was planning to do it sort of in the summer when it's a bit warmer, so I can dry it off a bit better. But I think for the time being, I'm going to seal these screw holes up. These are the length screws, so about 30 mil. Yeah, about 30 mil long. They're the screws I'm putting in. I'm going to seal around them. I think I'm going to seal these up for now, and then if that's better, I'm going to put it back together. And then when the summer comes, I'll probably take the spoiler off and seal the window from the outside, I think. Or might not, depends. If this cures the leak, I'm pretty sure this is a major leak that's happening. It is wet along here, but the way it kind of works, it kind of runs along there and down there and along. There's a bit of a gap in that rubber. Could be that leak. I might put a bit of sealer in that as well. But yeah, if I can minimise it a bit until I can, you know, do a proper job when it's dry. No point trying to do anything with the window in this weather because it just needs to be really dry where the window's bonded in. I can do it on the inside because I've dried it off quite well, and I've got this little heater in here. But yeah, just thought I'd share that with you. So if you're getting a bit of a boot leak, it's worth checking them screws. I mean, even if your screws are good, if they're not sealed round, I would imagine originally they have like rubbers on or something. It's probably, like I say, probably a bit coming in there, but I don't think that's the main issue. Yeah, I might have to take that black bit off at the top bit of the tailgate to seal the top of the window. I don't think I'll bother sealing the top. Might just do it down to the sides because it's more likely to run off the top and run down rather than run in. It's the sides and the bottom that's gonna leak in. So yeah, just thought I'd share that with you. It's running sweetly now, running really nice now. When it's really, really cold, it kind of ticks over about 1300 for quite a bit, well, for about 5-6 minutes, and then gradually works its way down. When it's medium temperature, it just kind of ticks over about just over 1000 and then gradually comes down quite quick, which is fine to me. I think in the summer, I don't think it will tick over faster at all. It will just start up, but it's starting pretty regular. The fuel gauge is kind of reading a bit more consistently now, but it does tend to be sitting around the bottom a bit, and also every now and again all the warning lights come on. Then you turn the ignition off and on again, and then they all go off, it's all fine again. So I think that's that little box of tricks probably going wrong. But I have already cleaned the connection on that, I think, and it didn't make any difference. But I am going to sort the speedo out, but I think I'm going to sort this leak out and probably put some seat belts in, and I think probably take these panels off when the weather's a bit better and reseal the inside of the back side windows, because I'm not going to be painting it yet for quite a while. I'm not going to paint it until I've got it, all the brakes and suspension and everything done nice how I want it. I might actually just take them connectors a bit, the one for the fuel gauge, I might just take them connectors apart again and just make sure they're not corroded up, because if it's been damp in here, that might not help matters. Probably get some new sound deadening on here as well, just to cover that crappy mess up. But it's obviously been leaking for quite a long time. That's probably why the battery tray's got a little hole in the bottom. It's probably been leaking for a while. I certainly haven't made it leak. It's probably bouncing about in the spoiler's just started to go. So yeah, just thought I'd share that little one with you. If you're enjoying the vid, subscribe, give me some likes. I'm still waiting for the cylinder heads for me air-cooled engine, so I'm doing a bit more on this now. I'll be playing a bit more on this for a little bit. on Monday I'll probably have a go at putting this boot seal in. I'm going to just seal these up and then chuck the bits in and go home, I think. But on Monday I think I'll put these bits in. I'm debating whether to get red seat belts or get beige seat belts or just put black seat belts in. Because the original seat belts are shit. They pull out and they don't pull out. And I was going to buy some second-hand ones with the right ends and stuff, and I don't know as I am, because I don't think they're going to be. They're probably not going to be no better than the ones I've got. I don't know. I'm tempted to, because then I could leave the stalks. Because obviously to get the stalks out, I've probably got to take the seats out, because I can't move the seats because the electrics on the seats don't work. So it's kind of catch-22 really. I'll have to see if I can find a set. There's a guy selling a set of S4 ones, which are probably the same, I think, for 125 quid. We'll get them for 100 quid. Well, 125 is probably the same as a pair of new seat belts, actually. The beauty of that is I could just bolt them on and I won't have to take the seats out. Just the internal stalks will probably be the same, hopefully. If anybody knows any difference, please tell me, but I think so. But yeah, it's all good fun driving it in the wet as well. You can actually boot it, and it wheel spins when you boot it down, and you don't really notice. It just kind of doesn't go anywhere, but quite good fun. Not had it sideways much yet, but I think I've got to practice a bit more before I start getting too leery with it. But no, generally running nice. Not bad on fuel. If I run it gently, I reckon if I run it gently, I'm getting 20, just over 20, I think. It's very similar to my camper. If I boot it, it just seems to guap it. It's hard to know because the gauge dances about a bit, but it's not horrendous. Not as bad, not like 10 to the gallon, anything silly like that. A lot of people have said that, but it's not that bad. Not if you drive it sensibly, but I think most people don't, do they? Right, I'm going home. Have a good weekend, everybody, and I shall speak to you soon.